Hello everyone, welcome back to the full stack web development course. So particularly in this lecture, we are gonna see the tags page here. You can see in here when we click it, there is nothing in this page, especially as of now, because we didn't created a component for tags as well as we didn't connected it to the router as well. We have to route to that specific component. If you have seen in the previous lecture, we have done the same thing for tags, for home and questions page. So now we are going to do the same thing for the tags page. So we will go to the backend, code. Now we will go to the client src. We will create in the pages, we will create another folder called tags. In that especially we will create tags.jsx. In here we will create an RFCE. As of now, we will give a h1 tag of tags page, and we're gonna make it 5 to 6 times. And now we will go to the route part, to the all routes.jsx. In here, I'm just going to use route path, which is gonna be equals to slash tags, and the element for this path is going to be a self-closing tag with the component name. It's nothing but tags in case, or in this case, and we're going to close this tags. Now we have to import this tag from pages slash tags slash tags. So now we have imported that specific page and we have provided the path, and the element is also set. Now we will go to the browser. You may see our component is now connected with this route. So we will close this all routes. We will go to the tags.jsx. We will clear these things. Now the class name is going to be like, which is like container, which we have used many times. If we go to the app CSS, we have used container 1 and container 2. We're going to use the same container names in here also. We'll change this to contain home container 1, and in here we'll just going to have left sidebar first, which is a self-closing tag. We will import this left sidebar. Import left sidebar from // components slash left sidebar. So if we go here, refresh the page, we got the tags in here, but why the users are like so? So to rectify this, we will go to the sidebar component. We will go to the components. In here we will go to the left sidebar.jsx. In here the two for the users page has to be users, like so. Now if we go here, now we are inside the tags page. If you see here, the active class is now assigned to only this tags. That's it. Now we will close this. We will go here. We will continue our code with div of home dash container dash 2, which is gonna be the class name, and in here with the h1 tag we're gonna have tags first, and then I'm just going to say a p tag with a line of something values. You can see here I have copy pasted. A tag is a keyword or label that categorizes your question with other similar questions, and another p tag with using the right tags makes it easier for others to find and answer your questions. So you can see our tags page is nothing but a hard coded page where we will be having only static values everywhere. This is just to complete the UI part. So that's why we are using this tags page. This is why we are completing this page at the last, because I want to first concentrate on the core concepts of our application. That's why we have completed the application now, and we are moving on to the filler contents like this tags page. And the next thing is going to be the users page, but that's not going to be a filler content. It's going to be an actual content. So here we will gonna use tags list component. We will create that especially called tags list dot jsx. In here we will just say rafce. Here we go. Here we will just import this tag from import tags from dot slash tags list. That's it. Now the component is being imported. Now if we go to the application, we got something like this. We will style this as soon as possible. If we go to the original application, in the tags we got only almost 10 sample tags. So this is like how the tags are gonna be. So this doesn't have any functionalities with our application. This is just hard coded to just depict our application's functionality. So that's why we are using these things. So now we will go here. So I have the list of tags already hard coded. Let me just copy paste those things in here. Come here, let me just paste it down everything in here. You can see here's a huge amount of stuff. Let me just give a tab space. Excuse me, give me a minute. So now this tags list is nothing but an objects which is contained by an array. Array contains almost 10 objects, which is nothing but tag, which contains ID, tag name, and tag description. We're gonna use these things now. In the tags list, I'm just going to uh, so I believe we don't want to directly use this tags list. What we can do, instead of doing like this, we will just use uh, we will just have a div tag first. In here we will have a div tag, and we will give a class name like tags dash list dash container, like so, which is going to contain all the tags. In here I will just open the curly, and I'm just going to have tags dot list, and I'm just going to map through all the tags. Here's a callback function. In that we will have a specific tag, in that we will access a specific tag, and here we will return some JSX, which is nothing but tags list. In this case, this is going to be a tags list, and we will pass that specific tag to this tags list. We will pass the tag, and we will display the tag details in that tags list page. We're going to have key, which is going to be tag dot tag list dot tags list dot id, which is going to be key for this map function. So in this tags list component, we can access this tag now. We'll copy this, we'll go here, we'll have a prop in here first. So now what we can do, we can just return a div tag with a class name of tag, and we're gonna have a hy tag with tags list. Sorry, we're gonna have a h1 tag or h4 tag of tag dot tag name, and we're gonna have a p tag of tag dot tag description. That's it. We have the tag name as well as the tag description in the h4 tag as well as the p tag. So now if we go to the front end, you can see now we have mapped through all the tags, but we have to perform the CSS now because we have all the contents, which doesn't look quite good as of. So we will go and we will create a file called tags.css. In the tag CSS, we will import that. In here, import dot slash tags.css, and the same thing is gonna be done in the tag list css, and we're gonna go the tags list. In here, first we will style this h1 tag and p tag. So we will go here and we will select the specific h1 tags by, we will just have a class name tags dash h1, and we're gonna have a class name like tag slash p, and here's gonna be another class name like tags dot p, sorry, dash p. So we'll go to the CSS, we're gonna get the tags dash h1. In here we will just give a font weight, we will reduce the font weight to 400 eventually, and we will get the tags list, tags dash list, sorry, tags p tag, and we're gonna give a margin for them as 0 because they will have a lot of margin. We don't need that, we want the lines to be close enough. So we're gonna give a font size of 15px. Now if you see, you can see the tags now. So we will give a margin for this tag h1 tag in here. So we'll just give a margin dash top as well as bottom as 30px. We'll just try to give and we will see the UI what it is. We'll refresh that. Now it is slightly better, but we need it more, much more. We need more. We'll give 50px. Now this is well good enough, but we don't need a lot of margin in the down, so we'll just leave it as margin top and we will just remove the 0px. So now this, sorry, this looks much better now. So I have removed the margin for both of the p tags, and then we will style this class name tag and this tags list container. We will select the tags dash list dash container. We will give a padding of 30px and 0px, and then we will just display grid. Grid is also like flex, which has more qualities than grid, which is much more than flexbox. It is greater than flexbox to use grid. As soon as we use grid, there is nothing appeared because we didn't reduce the size of each and every tag because it is uniform now. Here we will give grid template columns as repeat. I will explain what this action is. First, let me just complete the styling so that it will be you can understand it easily. We will just say autofill, comma, min max of 200px, comma, 1 fraction, which means 1fr. So, and then we will give a gap of 10px. So now if we go to the web page, there will be a magic for us. Let me refresh. Now you can see now everything is uniformly spaced and uniformly small boxes spaced all around the page. So how we achieved this with just 3 lines of styling. So you can see grid just displays a grid which contains small squares, like this is one square, this is one square, this is also one square. We got many squares like that. What this grid template columns does, it just separates each column. This is one column, this is another column, this is another column, and this is another column. We got 4 columns because the entire width is from here to here for this specific page, because in here we just leave it as a margin. So the entire space is from here to here, and in this width we just have 4 columns. You see 4 columns which are equally separated by 1 fraction, because we are just autofilling the column. If this size is being decreases, if this browser size decreases, there will be only 3 columns. That's what autofill means. There will be only 3 columns. Eventually it may also go up to 2 columns also. It doesn't depends on it just depends on the web browser size, and then it won't collapse our web page. That's why we are using autofill. And the min max is nothing but the minimum, it is nothing but 200px. So width of one grid is nothing but 200px, and the max is like 1 fraction. If we equally divide this divide this entire width of this, consider this width. If you equally divide it, then this is gonna be the 1 fraction, this is another fraction, this is another fraction. So that's what this 1 fraction means. And we will give a gap of 10px between each other. This is nothing but the gap of 10px between one grid and another grid. So the gap between this grid and this grid is nothing but 10px. So we have given uniformly 10px for everything. And then now we will select the tag. Tag is nothing but just inside this class. We will select the tag and we will give a padding of 10px, and we're gonna give a border of solid 1px, and the color is gonna be d2 d2, and the border radius, we're gonna just reduce the border radius to give a curve as 2px, and just gonna select the h5 tag. Inside the tag we're gonna have h5 tag like display inline block, and then just going to give a margin of 10px and 0px, and then we will just give a padding of 5px and 5px on both all the 4 sides, and then we will give a background color as hash e1 ec ef4, and then the color is gonna be hash 397390, which is gonna be or text color, and then we will select the p tags inside the tag class. So we just give a font size of 14 px and a color of hash 323232, which just gives a light black color, and we will give a line height to provide a, um, 17 px in between two lines of the paragraph. If there is a two line, if there is lines in a paragraph one below another, the text of two lines should not touch. So we will give a line height of 17 px, which gives a nice gap between that. So if we refresh, you can see we have provided the border for each grid, and we have provided the padding also, and we do have something for a background color for the title, as well as the color dark blue color for this text. And in here we are also decreased the blackness of this text also. So that's it for this tags page. So in the next lecture we will see this users page. Thank you.